Barry, that result is hard to swallow. Do you think the team deserved at least a point?
Oh, definitely. I thought the boys did extremely well, controlled the game in the second half for long spells, but to concede one so late on is very disappointing and frustrating, because the boys' effort and their work rate was there today, but a wee bit of sloppiness cost us at the end.
I suppose it shows both the quality in Eastleigh's squad and the fine margins on which games hinge, that Constable and Cook have played at a much higher level, and they've been the difference.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been the difference, but we've allowed them to be the difference, and that's a disappointing thing. You know, Eastleigh are probably going to be one of the teams that's going to be up challenging for promotion, and we've more than held their own today, more than held their own, but it's just that lapse in concentration for the 2 goals that causes the problem. And
it was the Shots who had been pushing for a winner late on. I thought that we seemed most likely to go on and get the late winner.
No, definitely. You know, the work rate and the effort was there. We were the ones pushing on again late on in the game. But you know, that relapse in concentration, everybody knows Lee Cook's got a tremendous left peg, and why we allow him to come inside to shoot is beyond me. So I'm disappointed, but by the same token, the boys deserve credit for the way they went about their business and kept working as hard and kept pushing so late in the game. But sloppiness cost us at the end of that.
And the game was lost, but it shows, you know, that the Shots can compete with the best in the division.
Yeah, I think Eastleigh knew that they were in a game today, and I don't think you could say that they more than deserved their win. You know, they've scored 2 goals, which means they deserve the win, but I think we more than deserved a point at least, given that we were the team that was pushing towards the end.
The equaliser was a deserved one, and Charlie Walker, he's had to wait for his opportunity to start a game, and he's taken it really well.
Yeah, delighted for Charlie. You know, he has had to bide his time, you know, but he's took his chance today, and you know, that's what strikers are there for, you know, when they get that chance to take it. So yeah, I'm delighted for him, you know, and we'll make sure we look after him.
And a fine finish from Charlie, but Reece Brown again making things happen. It was his run and cross in a crowded penalty area where he is the sort of player that makes things happen, and the fans respond to that.
Yeah, I mean, Reece has got that game-changing ability, you know, and he is more than value for what we've got. You know, he does tremendously well. It is at times difficult with him, because sometimes he won't track back, but for the amount of things that he does positive, you know, sometimes you've got to live with that.
And this was a fine team performance, a squad performance, because you'd lost Sam Hatton before the game, as well as Richard Brodie and Damon Lathrope still being out. What's the news on them?
Well, I think when you put, you know, we are down to the bare bones. You know, we had 13 outfield players, and then we added Charlie yesterday evening. So we're down to the bare bones, which puts this result, you know, in perspective, in that, you know, we haven't got a big squad, and the fans can see the effort that the players that we put out there today put in. I'm not quite sure what ones will be back. It would be very doubtful if any of them make Monday, but we'll just monitor it tomorrow when the boys are in training. But
this performance would get results against most teams in the National League, you think?
Yeah, well, you would like to think so. You know, as I say, Eastleigh are going to be up there challenging. We more than held their own. And you know, the bit of quality from their players and sloppiness for ours won them the game. But that's what you get for the money that you pay. You know, players, you're allowed to get that quality in.
There's not much chance to manage the squads with 2 games in 3 days, going to Braintree on Monday. Clearly, you've said we're down to the bare bones, but those players that are fit will travel to Braintree full of optimism.
Yeah, we like to think so. We've said that they did well, and it's frustrating that we come away with a defeat, because they put so much hard work into the game, and we just have to buckle down. There's a game on Monday, and we look forward to the game.